So, all right, guys, I'm gonna just share the link out for a second, and then we're gonna kick things off. I'm just gonna have this play for just a quick second. To people that are thinking about joining.
So look, Robert and Gino are going to take good care of you, and they're going to get you the money, going to get you the funding, and then you can start your business and go for it.
So before Credit Leverage X, I was in tons of debt. I have a few debts that I have out there, and I was having a lot of issue getting funding because of my credit. I was in like 600, low 600s. No banks, no lending institution wanted to work with me, and after joining with you guys and starting with the program, and you guys helped me with my credit after the trade lines and stuff like that. Now I'm able to get almost $100,000 in funding.
Want to give a huge shout out to the Credit Leverage X team, especially to Robert and Gino, for helping me actually get a good credit score. I immigrated here in the US back in April of 2024, so naturally I didn't have any credit records, no credit score at all, so literally started from zero. I found them in August of that same year and started working with them. They guided me in what to do, so I just followed everything they told me to do. And they also removed my inquiries for me. And now 5 months later, I'm going to show you guys, started from literal zero, now I'm at 729, which is a pretty dope score. So just showing you my credit report so you know it's the real deal. And I am assuming it's also going to go up more as I continue listening to them. And I'm super excited, not just for credit repair, but I know they're a funding company, so I'm excited to get funded and also to invest in their company with them. So I am looking forward to just continuing this journey with them. So thank you so much, Credit Leverage X, and you guys are awesome.
So yeah, what were you doing kind of before joining Credit Leverage X?
So before joining Credit Leverage X, I rented rooms basically for travel nurses. And with that business, I was doing pretty well and had a pretty lucrative income off of it, as well as working full-time as a registered nurse. And then I decided to do some changes to that property to try to increase my income. And by doing so, I got myself into a position where my credit started to not do so well. That leveraging the funds that I had ended up making it to where I couldn't finish the expansion of the home. So I had to make some major changes in life, find new ways of making income. And then came across Credit Leverage X, and you guys have basically changed my whole outlook on what is possible with basically finding funds and how to invest and utilize those funds to increase my income over long periods of time, not just short periods of time.
Thanks. Appreciate that. And then how was your process going through? How's been like kind of the experience?
The process is unique, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You have to be ready, that's one thing. But it has been quite a good experience because I'm learning different ways that you can utilize income. There's a lot of I like how there's a lot of education involved in this as well. It's not just you're helping me with improving my credit, but you're also educating me in ways that position me to where I can make better decisions and improve my business sense in order to basically create a lot long-term income.
I guess like we're still Cool. kind of doing some funding, but how much have we gotten you so far?
I think we're right around 80,000. It did
That's pretty
really
cool.
well. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a more complex individual in my credit just because I have a large investment that is basically, well, it's a legal complexity, so it
Yeah.
makes it very difficult for everyone. So
Yeah. So we were still able to do that, which was awesome. And then I guess what? All right, cool. So welcome everybody. My name is Robert Lyon. Here with everybody at Credit Leverage X, and I'm excited that everybody's here. I hope you guys are good. We're still just kind of sending out the links and getting some more people going. Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm pretty pumped to have this webinar. So this is the funding to freedom webinar. All right, and I'm also going to be talking about how we can help you guys fix your credit, get maximum personal and business funding. We do have an amazing opportunity over here at Credit Leverage X, and I'm excited to share it with everybody. So just give me a second. I'm going to pull up this little presentation and we're going to kick things off. So hope everybody's doing. If we could get some comments in the chat. I know the chat was off, but let me know where you guys are out in the world. Let me know where you guys are all from so we can make this happen. All right, I'm going to do this. Let me just double check. You guys are all there. Yeah, crap. And we'll get started. Austin, Texas. Let's go. What's up, everybody? We got moons, we got rockets. I'm excited to have you guys here. Los Angeles. California's in the house. All right. Just make sure. All right, cool. We got some more people coming in. They're going to be rolling in. So let's get this going. All right, again, like the main thing that you guys should all be excited about is learning how we get you access to money and then how we're leveraging it and how we're helping people create opportunities and create passive income. Real quick, can then people in the chat let me know if they can see my screen and make sure everything looks good and you can hear me? Just give me a thumbs up or something. All right, right on. Let's roll. All right, cool. Credit Leverage X, funding to freedom and prosperity. All right, my name is Robert Lyon. I'm here in the Arizona office, and I'm excited to help you guys on your journey to financial freedom and prosperity. All right, before we get started, I do have a bone to pick. All right, unless you're already rich, since COVID-19 has hit, the pressure for you to make a lot of money has increased. All right, we're all feeling it. We all know the amount of money we put in our gas tank doesn't take us as far. There's a few things that we have to go over. Okay, even if your finances are as good as they've ever been, even if you got more, if you need more than just get by money, right? And the truth is, everybody here needs to make a lot more money, right? And also what we found is that you need to make more passive income as well. So it's not just about regular income. It's not just about, working harder. You need more passive incomes. There's just not enough time in the day to make money. There's just not enough, money after the day, right? So we got to make things happen. People that came to this webinar, you guys are all looking to take these matters into your own hands. And this is good. This is for people that want to, be a business owner or are a business owner. This is for people that are trying to buy real estate and need the money. This is for people that have a W-2. They want to be their own boss and they just need to make more money, right? Flat out, it is what it is. This is smart, but it can be risky. Okay. There are many online opportunities and they're promising big profits, but have even bigger risk, right? They're promising big profits, but they bring even bigger risks, right? Maybe you're trying to buy, Pace Mortgage Program and buy creative financing, right? Or maybe you're trying to do Tony Robbins thing and get all psyched up and become a consultant or whatever it is. All these gurus are out there are promising really big profits, right? But they all have their own risks. And there's one key thing that most of these companies are missing, right? A lot of them, though, they cost a lot of cash up front. They take a lot of time. They have their emotional toll, and they deliver little to no results, right? These are the people that I have a bone to pick with. The reason that we created Credit Leverage X is because we want to teach you a new way to get access to capital, right? A new way to change your game and how to change your life, right? So I want to offer to you guys, there is still hope out there. There is still opportunity for you to make money and actually have your cake and eat it too. All right. So we're going to get into that. And we're going to go further in depth. But what would it be like if you guys could, have your cake and eat it too, right? You could actually invest in a program that gets you results, that saves you time, that gets you money, that creates a passive income opportunity. What would that be like? It'd be pretty sweet, right? But there's risk, right? There's risk in everything, right? Everything we do out here sounds too good to be true, and I can't blame you, right? There's lots of programs out there that are kind of weird, that we just don't understand what's going on anymore, and there's a lack of trust in the world out there today. So all I'm asking you guys is, I'm not asking you to dive headfirst into this funding adventure with me just yet. Right? I don't need you to dive in headfirst. It's not crazy. I don't want you to dive in and break your neck. But all I'm asking is that I want you guys to at least dip your toes into it just a bit. Right? And I want you guys to have an open mind to this new opportunity, to our financing and investment opportunities that we have right now. Okay. You just got to put your toe in, maybe go up to the ankle, maybe the knee. But I'm just asking you guys to have an open mind to this new opportunity, right? There's lots of programs out there. They promise you the world and they deliver nothing. We are the opposite of that. And I just want you guys to have an open mind to this new financing and investment opportunity that we're going to bring to you today. All right. So, while it's true, I'm gonna go back. While it's true that I want you guys to have an open mind to this new opportunity, you guys have to also understand that if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to continue to only get what you've got, right? Do what you've been doing, right? And you're going to get what you've got. So if you want to stay stuck, if you want to stay doing the same thing you've been doing for a while, then you can stay where you are, or you can take a risk and you can see what it's like on the other side of what we're doing here. Now, the truth is, when you're taking unnecessary risk, it can be pointless and it can be reckless. But the real question is it possible to risk practically nothing, yet still create life-changing income and do it quickly? All right. Just going to check the chat real quick. Yeah, we're cool. And the answer is yes. All right. At Credit Leverage X, we're doing it every day for our clients, and we're changing the way we're doing it. And the vehicle that we're doing it in is funding. Okay. We are a funding and investment company. Now, funding can mean a lot of things. For us, what it means is we get you access to 0% interest credit cards. Okay. And we get you multiple credit cards, and we get you from multiple banks, and we try and get you maximum funding, right? So that you can change your life. So this is different than most other vehicles. Most other vehicles, you just get like some course, you get some weird like Facebook group where they hit you over the head and they never tell you anything and you can't answer questions. What we do here is we guarantee you $100,000, right, in funding, right? We guarantee it. And this is how we do it. We get you the money first with our system. It's a system. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's a system that works. And then we teach you how to invest and leverage the bank's money so that you can create an ROI, so that you can create your own income, so that you can change your life. Now, nothing happens until someone has money. You can't buy real estate if you don't have any money. You can't start your business if you don't have any money. You can't quit your job if you don't have any money. Okay. So you need funding. And let me rephrase that. You need lots of funding. You need high quality funding. You need low interest funding, and you need it yesterday. Right? This is the game changer. This is what's going to take you to that next level. So, like so many things have changed recently, I need you to open your mind so that you can reapproach your money to profit, right? What you're doing right now to make money and what you're doing to make a profit. Now, the truth is most people are getting by day to day. They're just working a job to survive, right? And they have really no plan to go from money to profit, right? All their money comes in and then it goes out, right? Nothing is getting saved. Nothing's happening. So we have to create a new approach, right? And the world is rapidly changing. Things are constantly moving. We have to take this to that next level. Okay. And by the end of this webinar, you are going to know exactly how to get access to maximum personal and business funding. And you're also going to know how to unlock and use that funding to be handsomely rewarded for your efforts. Okay. Your credit and business could be sitting right now in a fountain of gold, and you're unaware of the funding potential. All right, so this is going to be cool. So by the end of this webinar, you're going to learn how we get people money, how we get personal credit, how we get personal funding, and exactly what we do and what we use the funding for to create passive income, massive income, as well as other opportunities for everybody. All right, you guys still with me in the chat? Let's go. All right, I'm excited for this. This is going to be cool. Next step. So the average American's expense is about $6,000 a month. All right. And what we want to do is we want to get you, first of all, $100,000 in funding. And then we also want to coach you and teach you how to get $10,000 per month in passive income using other people's money. All right. That's our bold claim. That's the power of what we do here at Credit Leverage X. And, what would your life look like with an extra $100,000 in funding, right? And this is the minimum, guys. On average, if you guys have good credit, or if you have a business, or if you're trying to buy real estate, we can get you a lot more than this, but this is the minimum. Regardless, though, if your average bills are $6,000 a month, it's going to take you a long time to save up and have $100,000 there. Okay. That's why this is a game changer. This is life changing. But how, right? So this is what we do. First, we optimize and scale your personal and business credit. We apply for you with banks that we have relationships with, and we have our inquiry removal software remove the inquiries. Okay, so first we have to make sure your file is accurate. It means your business looks good, your personal credit is good. Then we're going to go into funding. When we go into funding, we apply to these banks in a certain system that we get approved. And as we go down the line of banks, we remove the inquiry so that the banks have no idea that we're getting you multiple credit cards at the same time. This is called credit stacking. You will get access to $100,000 to $500,000 in credit, loans, or lines of credit that you can have at your disposal. And again, guys, you can use this money however you want. It's your money. Okay, but we've been doing this for so long that we've found risk-free vehicles for you to invest your money into to create passive income, to create massive income, and to create financial freedom. Okay, so I want you to enjoy your income and enjoy your new life, right? Where you don't have to worry about where you're going to get access to money again. And the other thing that's super powerful that I don't hype up enough is once you learn this system, guys, once you come into our program, let's say you get a new idea for another business, we can get you funding for that new business. And we can just keep doing this, keep making a profit, keep growing together. So again, there's 3 steps. Optimize and scale your credibility. This is basically just a fancy word for business credit, personal credit. Get you maximum personal and business funding, and then leverage the funding. All right. We've gotten over $220 million in funding for our clients, and these are verified results from over 1,000 of our different clients following this exact formula that we have. Now, optimizing and scaling your credit is the biggest challenge. Okay. Setting up your business correctly, getting your credit where it needs to be, and then boosting the credits of your business and your personal credit is the biggest difficulty when it comes to getting funding. But don't worry, we've been here for a while now. So optimizing and scaling your personal and business credit, the facts are no one teaches how to actually do it. It's time consuming and confusing. It can be expensive. The credit system is designed for you to fail. All right, these are the facts. Now I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. When I was 18, I joined the U.S. Army, right? I got married. I got deployed to Afghanistan. I came back from Afghanistan. And when I came back, I found, that my ex had basically drilled us into $40,000 in debt. And I had a credit score of 455, right? It doesn't get much lower than that. And I was in the military paid by the government. So, I was garnished my wages, right? And then after that, I got divorced and I had to fix my own credit, right? I had to do it. I had no other options. It seemed like I would get paychecks and they would just disappear immediately to bill collectors for stuff that I never paid for, that I never bought because I was deployed when it happened. All right. Trying to fix my own credit all by myself. I wrote letters to the bureaus. I sat there and I made shit up and I complained. It didn't work. I called the bureaus. I said, look, I didn't do any of this debt. I was overseas in Afghanistan. I didn't do any of this. All right. I kicked and I screamed. I got nothing. All right. I got nowhere. I tried for at least 6 months to fix my own credit with no skills and no breakthroughs. Okay. I even had my car repossessed. I was still $40,000 in debt, still had a credit score. Now it went up 1 point. All right. So this is the game changer that I had when it came to fixing credit, right? And I had to go through this by myself until I found people, and I spent over like $7,000 to learn how to fix people's credit and how to fix my own credit super fast. This is how you do it. I learned how to do factual disputing to negative accounts on my credit report. I learned how to go above and beyond the credit bureaus, which are for-profit organizations, by the way, and file complaints with the FTC and the CFPB, which is the government. So we don't even file anymore when we're trying to fix someone's credit. We don't even go to Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. We go above them. We go to the government, right? And I also learned that you can report creditors that aren't fixing your credit to the BBB. They don't like this. And as soon as I figured this thing out, I was able to boost my credit score 200 points. And I was able to remove all the debt that I'd accumulated while I was gone. And this process only took 2 weeks. Okay. I took about a year trying to fix my own credit. I figured this out. It was fixed in 2 weeks. So what does this mean for you? This means that at Credit Leverage X, we will fix your credit incredibly fast. All right. Or if you want to do it, I'll save you the time. First, you have to learn how to do factual disputing. This is where you take facts, you find errors, and you're essentially telling the credit bureaus, hey, there's inaccuracies on my credit report. These inaccuracies are stopping me from buying a house, getting a loan, getting a credit card, buying a car. All right. Next, you have to file with the FTC and the CFPB if it's necessary, right? Then you can report these creditors to the BBB. And if you do this, your credit will be repaired incredibly fast as humanly possible. Or you can have us do it and we'll do all of this for you, and this can change your life. 77% of Americans have less than a great credit score. So everybody pretty much has a poor credit score right now in America, and I'm sure it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So don't worry, we've got you covered though. You join our program, we will fix your credit for you. We guarantee that. All right. And why credit matters. The higher your credit score, the more funding we are going to get you, right? The more money we are going to get you from our funding rounds, meaning we guarantee we'll get you 100,000, but if we can get your credit score even higher, that's when you start to look at the 150, 250, $300,000 of credit that we can get you when we go into funding. If you do not have good credit, you can't buy a house. If you do not have good credit, you cannot buy a car. If you do not have credit, you cannot get money to leverage it. Whereas if you do have good credit, right, you're going to get more when we go into funding. You can buy a house on just credit, which we'll teach you how to do. We'll even teach you how to get a grant to do your first down payments and get a loan so that you don't have to do any money out of pocket to buy real estate. You can buy a car with credit. We'll even teach you how to buy vehicles on your business credit so that you can have your business own the vehicles. And you will have money to leverage when your score gets higher. This is why credit is so important. And again, if we go back to what I already said, we can fix your credit incredibly fast. It's not a problem anymore at Credit Leverage X. There's even research showing that if we basically get your credit score higher, you will live longer. So if we fix your credit, you're going to live longer. And I kind of just put this in here because I thought it was kind of fun. But it's true. If you want to live longer, it says that you need to have what is it? Like a 750 credit score seems like the sweet spot to live longer. So that's kind of cool. But cleaning your credit is not enough. All right. If just cleaning your credit was going to be like, boom, everybody would have $100,000. Everybody would be funded, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. So step 1, though, we have to clean your credit profile. Step 2, we have to boost your credit score. Again, higher credit score equals more funding. One more story. All right. This is my 2022 nightmare story. All right. I was a CEO of a large wholesaling real estate company. It was called Bears Real Estate. And I was also a business consultant for a company called Scaling with Systems. I had a very large marketing budget and a very large payroll for my wholesaling company that I had to pay every single month, right? I had this amazing opportunity, though, while I was looking at real estate to be able to buy a large apartment complex. All right, this was late 2019. Now, in order for this investment to happen, I had to get about $360,000 to make the down payment. But then once I could get that cash collected, I would be able to cash flow on this apartment for the rest of my life, right? So me being a basically entrepreneur, trying to gamify, every guru I've ever had in my life is like, oh, put all your money into apartments, right? And here was my opportunity. Here was my shot. So I had to jump on it. And the way that I was going to purchase it, I was going to partner with a company called Berkshire Hathaway, right? We all know Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, one of these big, safe companies. Okay. So this was late 2019. I had to get $360,000, right? So what I did is I put all that money into escrow, right? And I went in to buy that property. And guess what happened? COVID-19 hit. Okay, so I got all the money. I borrowed all the money from my friends, my family. I maxed out all my credit cards. I took all the cash out of my business, all the cash out of my savings. I put it into this opportunity. And what happened? COVID-19 hit. As soon as COVID-19 hit, Berkshire Hathaway pulled out of the deal. My money got frozen in escrow for forever. All of it. All the money I had just gotten. Okay. So I got no apartments. I had no money. My credit cards were completely maxed out. I had already borrowed every single penny possible from my friends and my family. And remember, this was COVID. So everybody was wearing masks and it was like the end of the world and we were all stuck inside. I owed everyone money. And I had a $60,000 payroll I had to pay, or else my entire team wasn't going to be able to pay their bills and they weren't going to be able to eat, right? And my business was going to fail. So I had no money. I needed funding bad. That's when I met Gino, okay? Gennady Nadarov, aka Gino. So Gino used to be an electrical engineer with Boeing, right? Until he learned how to leverage funding. And he used this exact system that we're teaching you guys. He's been able to purchase over $30 million in real estate in California. He owns multiple pharmacies in California. He has over 30 cars in his car rental business, and he is the co-owner with me of Credit Leverage X. So when I was in this pickle, I had found Gino from other real estate groups, right? And because my personal credit was so maxed out, and my family's credit, right? Gino advised me on what to do. Gino said, you need to purchase trade lines, and we're going to use business credit to leverage and get the funding that I desperately needed. We did that. And basically what we did is we purchased these trade lines. And what a trade line is essentially somebody else's, good credit reporting on your credit report. All right. It's like if you went to your grandpa, your uncle, or your aunt, and you said, hey, could you sign me on to one of your credit cards? Right. So then you get signed on to one of those credit cards. All the payment history from those credit cards will now reflect on your credit score and it will boost your score. Okay. It's like a credit booster on steroids. So what happens is when you buy trade lines, they will lower your credit utilization because it adds available credit to your credit report, right? So when I maxed out all my credit cards, my utilization was at over 100%. When I bought the trade lines, we lowered it all the way down and it boosted my credit score because it was connected to these positive accounts. And then Gino got me funding by going through his specific banks and using the inquiry removal software. And he was able to get me maximum personal and business funding. Gino saved the day. Right? And I got over 250K and I was able to pay payroll and save my business. And that's how we partnered up and we created Credit Leverage X, because like after that happened, I had this epiphany. I was like, hey, what if we did what you did for me for other people, right? Because I was in a crisis. I had to figure something out or everything I was going to lose everything, right? What if we did this again? That's kind of what happened. I was like, oh, a light bulb went off. I saw the light. What if we did this again, right? What if we got funding, but instead of saving me, I used this money and invested it properly into other things, right? And that's how we created Credit Leverage X. So me and Gino have been working together now for a long time. We've got thousands of happy clients. We help generate millions of dollars in passive income and active income. We've scaled thousands of people's personal and business credit. We've built a community of like-minded investors. We've donated money to charities and churches. We've employed over 100 people all around the world, and we continue to scale, invest, and better ourselves. Okay, so why am I sharing that with you? Because I'm tired of seeing the suffering, right? Imagine if I hadn't found that deal, right? Imagine if I hadn't fixed my own credit. Imagine if I hadn't have been able to find Gino and learn about funding to change my own life, right? I would have been suffering. I would have been a whole bunch of suffering. And everywhere I look nowadays and everywhere I see people, I want to stop and I want to stop seeing the suffering. I want people to succeed, right? And this opportunity that we have, this thing that we figured out how to get people money, this is a big deal. Okay. And I'm tired of seeing people suffering. So that's why I'm sharing it with you today. I believe I can help you. I believe I can be useful to you. Right. And I think, my grandpa would be proud if I could be useful. that was what that generation was all about. Just be useful. Right. So I want to be as useful as I can. And I want to help you help yourself so that we can both be better off. Now, a quick recap of all the value that we've dropped so far. Okay. So you've started to see the light on how funding might be able to be the way that you can actually have your cake and eat it too, right? You're going to get money without having to work from it. And then you're going to be able to use that money to invest it so that you can be successful. Okay. You've also learned how to fix your credit fast. Remember, it's not about sending dispute letters. And it's not about like doing things online like all these other lame credit repair companies are trying to do, right? You want to fix your credit fast, super fast, within 30 days so that you can start to build up your credit. You've also learned that trade lines can boost your credit score and lower your utilization so that you can get approved. And you've learned how this financing system can set you up for maximum personal and business funding. Now let's talk about funding. All right. Dollar bills, y'all. I want to make sure that you guys are still with me though. This is still going on, right? Give me a check-in. Let me know if you guys want to learn about funding and how we actually get you all this money. This is a big deal. Drop a 1 in the comments, right? All right, cool. All right, what is funding? Simple answer is getting access to other people's money. All right, what is the 0% interest funding? All right, this is what we do. This is what you'll see our advertisements. This is what we talk about a lot because it's sexy, right? And it's true. And it's powerful for entrepreneurs. It's powerful for people trying to buy real estate. It's powerful for people trying to start a business or quit their job. And it's 0% interest credit cards. Now, the 0% interest is typically for 12 to 24 months, but it's enough for you to get your feet on the ground and your business started. There's over 14 0% interest credit cards that we can get you. And if we do everything correctly, we can get you up to 25. Some of them are actually unlimited. Some of them are different ranges, but let's just say all of them give you $20,000. That's $280,000 in 0% interest credit cards that you could have available. And you only have to pay back what you spend. So it's not like a loan. So you're not going to have these big, crazy payments every month. So you have this opportunity where you have this window where you have access to all this money and you can use it and have 0% interest on it. Super powerful. This is a game changer. All right. What is business funding? Business funding means that the credit will be attached to the EIN number and not your social security. So whenever I would try to buy real estate when I first started, I would do the same thing where I would max out all my personal credit cards. I would take all my cash. I would get all my loans. Oh, what's going on? And I would basically be able to go in and I would buy the credit. I would try and buy the house with my personal credit. But as soon as I did that, my personal credit would tank because of overutilization and I wouldn't be able to buy it, right? So I would have to basically go back and I would be at the closing table and they would say, oh, your credit score went down a lot and we can't approve you for the mortgage. And I was like, oh, I was gutted. So I realized that if I want to buy real estate with funding, I have to use business credit. Okay. And again, the business credit means there's no guarantor. There's nothing backing it except for the business. So if you want to get business funding, you have to get the EIN and have it attached. And we have to basically set up your business correctly so that we can go into business funding. All right. Business credit, though, is the best if you're trying to make large purchases, real estate, crypto equipment, or if you just want to have funding that is not backed by you personally. This is a game changer. Business credit takes time and strategy to start a new LLC and get going, but it can be done within 2 to 3 months. And if you already have a business, right, or if you already are an established business owner, this is big for you. This is what you want. This is the holy grail of credit is business funding. right? Because you can use this money to scale your business. You can do a lot of it, and it will be not attached to your personal credit score. So then if you max out your business credit cards, your personal credit score stays safe, your home stays safe, your car stays safe, everything is good to go. All right. So how do we get people funding? All right, at Credit Leverage X, we actually do the funding for you. All right. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I can do this myself. You can't. You're going to have like a 1% chance, if that, if you try and do this by yourself. You might be able to get $20,000, but you're not going to be able to get $200,000. Okay. Because we have a system that works. All right. So first, we make sure that your credit profile is good to go. That means your personal credit is solid, your business credit is solid. And then we're going to be able to go into funding. Then we apply first to big commercial banks that have 0% interest credit cards. Then we apply to online banks that have 0% interest credit cards. Then we apply to local credit unions that have 0% interest credit cards. Then we apply for business credit cards at 0% interest. And then we go into loans, right? So at our company, we want to get you the maximum amount that is available of 0% interest credit cards, but we're also going to try and get you loans, business loans, lines of credit, HELOCs, whatever it is that you're trying to get, we can help you get there, right? We're the masters of the bank. We know the system and we know how to get you the money that you need. So what is maximum funding? This is what I want almost everybody that joins our program to let us do. Because if you're going to go through this whole experience of working with our company and doing it, let us get you the maximum amount, right? We never know what's going to happen in a few years from now, if the banks are going to tighten up or if things are going to change, but we do know that we can get you the money right now. We can get you the maximum funding right now on your business and personal. Okay. So that's what it is. That's what's the maximum funding is. It's personal funding and business funding combined. And this is what's going to get you the maximum amounts of money possible so that you can leverage it and be successful. All right. The funding process only takes 2 to 4 weeks. All right. And you will have up to 100 to 500K in funding. This is a game changer. Again, the funding only takes 2 to 4 weeks. This is quick, right? We are very diligent when it comes to the funding. Most of the time is taken up by preparing to go into funding and making sure that you are on track to be successful, right? That's what it's all about. So is there a guarantee, right? What's the guarantee? There's a lot of stuff out there. They talk a big game and get no results. Well, we're the opposite. We guarantee that we'll get you $100,000 in funding or your money back, right? And we do this because we are so confident that we don't want your money unless we can get you money, right? I want to work with you and be your partner and get you where you want to go. And we guarantee that we will get you at least $100,000 in funding or your money back. So now let's break it down, right? We've gone through a lot of topics in this program. We've talked about how we can fix your credit. We've talked about how we get you the funding. We've talked about joining our program and what it's all about. And now it's basically, let's get down to the price, right? So for this one-time offer for you guys hanging out with me and going through all the slides and listening to my story, I'm going to give you guys $1,000 off, right? But to join our program, it has 2 options, right? You can either pay $9,000, right? And that's the flat fee. There's nothing else. Or if that's too much, we can do $4,000 and 10% of the funding. Okay, and we have to do this because remember, we have to buy the trade lines. We have to fix your credit. We have to set up your business profile. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. But the good news is we are going to do the work for you. Okay, like many other programs out there, they leave you to your own and then nothing gets done. We're the opposite. We are going to get into your business and make sure you succeed. Make sure you get the funding. And again, we're guaranteeing you $100,000. Okay. So this is a done for you credit repair offer. This is a business optimization and Paydex business credit scale. All right. That's a fancy word. Business credit and Paydex is just how we're going to get you the business funding and how we can guarantee it. This is going to be done for you, business and personal funding. Now, what's cool about when we do the funding for you, you basically get to sit back, relax while we do all the applications. We are the ones that are going to be calling the reconsideration hotline. We're going to be applying. We're going to be removing inquiries. We're going to be doing all the work, and you're essentially just going to be sitting back, and you're going to wake up and go to your mailbox, and there's just going to be tons of approved credit cards in there, and your bank account is going to be full from all the cash that we get you from these loans. Okay, done for you is a big deal. Even if you knew how to do this, you still want to do all the work that it takes to get the maximum funding. It's a lot of work, and that's why our team is here. All right, you're also going to get access to our private community. You're also going to get access to our wealth coaching and our multiple group coaches that we have every single week. So every week we go live inside of Mighty Networks, which is our private community. And we basically coach you guys. We teach you what we're doing with our money. We show you what we're working on. We show you how we're investing it. And we show you what we think you guys should all be looking at and what you should be thinking about you're going to do with your money. We also go over your finances and we make a plan to help you get out of whatever situation you're in and to get to financial harmony, right? That's what we call it. So we go through coaching calls. Whenever you're in the program, you get access to one of our client success managers, and they'll be calling you, they'll be working with you. They'll be there every day working on your file and working to get you to success and get you that money. As well, when you join our program, you're also going to get access to our passive income opportunities. All right. We didn't have time too much to talk about it yet, but if everybody's out there is interested, we can continue and I can go into some of our investment opportunities. Just drop like a 1 in the chat or a $ if you guys want to see some more about our income and passive income opportunities. Okay, cool. So basically when you access Credit Leverage X, it's not enough just to get the money, right? We've found that there are a lot of people out there that once they get, $200,000, they don't know what to do with the money, right? They're not sure what to do with it. They're not sure what they're doing. So we basically had this plan where, okay, we want to give people more opportunity. We want to give people more guidance. And from us being able to get them so much capital, we've basically been able to create different passive income opportunities. So we call it the Investors Club, right? And typically we charge $5,000 a year to join the Investors Club. But that is included today in the one-time offer. Again, if you guys are interested in the one-time offer, you can call 949-993-0866 or go to Credit Leverage X/your one-time offer bonus. All right. I'll put the link in the chat in a second. But whenever you invest with us, right, we have this thing called campaign marketing, where you can get anywhere from 5 to 15% on your money that you invest with us, which is actually 60% a year in returns, which is crazy. And what we do is we basically get you the credit, or you have the money already. You invest into profitable marketing campaigns that we have with other business owners, right? And then we basically put that money to work for you. And then we get you get a cut of the profits every single month. So it's paid out on the first of every single month. We have people making anywhere from $1,000 up to $10,000 right now, paid out passively inside of our program, strictly from campaign marketing. And that's why this is a game changer for everybody out there to start to invest with us. We also have another opportunity called strategic e-commerce. Okay, so the difference between campaign marketing and the strategic e-commerce is the strategic e-com, we take the money and we buy products at a discount, right? And then we put them on Amazon and we sell them. So you can invest with us, and what you do is you'll get your money back plus 25% of the profits whenever they sell. Now, campaign marketing, you'll get paid out on the first of every month like clockwork. With the strategic e-commerce, we buy the products, we sell the products, and then you'll get paid. Typically, that takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months for you to fully see your investment back, right? And that's kind of the game plan of what we do here at Credit Leverage X, so that you can become part of our team. Again, if you want to save $1,000, this offer is only going to be available till Friday. Give us a call, one-time offer, 949-993-0866, or you can go to Credit Leverage X/your one-time offer bonus right now. All right, cool, guys. So that was basically what we do. I kind of would like to just see what's going on in the chat, see if anybody has any questions, and just kind of go from there. Ah, cool. They dropped the link. I think this is neat. If there's any questions out there, let me know. Otherwise, we'll basically keep on pushing. Let me see. If you guys want, I can go more into business credit. I can go over some more of our financial advisors, some other things like that. Otherwise, we'll basically wrap it up here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Beans. Are you there, Gino? Are you still in the land of Washington? Nobody's there. Well, it is what it is. That was fun. So check out creditleveragex.com. This is a one-time offer. This is only going to last until Friday. Again, you have to basically go through our link, or you have to tell them that you came from the webinar, and we'll be able to help you out, be able to link up, book a call. If you guys call the number. Yeah, what's the number? Okay, so for funding, it just depends on where your credit is at, right? So if you were trying to figure out what the average amount of money you get, if you come into our program, we're going to guarantee that we're going to get you $100,000. But we have to first fix your credit, make sure your business is set up by the trade lines, and then we'll go into funding, right? We can also work with you if you need help getting a loan to join the program. Out of all the mentorships, it just depends on what you're interested in. Like I've been teaching wholesaling real estate for like 5 years now, and anybody can make $10,000 a month if they join our real estate mentorship, just learning how to wholesale. I'll even teach you the $0 marketing technique that allowed me to make my first $10,000 wholesaling without spending any money on marketing. It's very powerful. We also have the day trading mentorship, which is the one that I'm very excited about and focused on right now. We're pretty much just trading futures, but we're leveraging other people's money to be able to do that. So you don't have to pay anything except for the test fee for the account, which is like $50, and you'll be able to trade up to like $100,000 in futures, right? And then we wake up every morning. I'll show you guys how to trade. I work directly with you to make you profitable, and you can make ridiculous amount of money doing that. And the other one is our Power Brokers offer, right? Power Brokers is basically where you're going to learn how to become a loan broker, just like we do here at Credit Leverage X, except for that would be mostly loans and not credits, right? And that's kind of what we're all looking for, is like, how can people have an opportunity, right, once they get the money? And I believe starting your own loan broker company is very powerful. And you essentially are just helping businesses get access to capital and by getting them approved for the loan, right? So you would come in, we would teach you, we would build your website, we would set up your business, we would teach you everything about getting people approved for loans. And then you go out there and you find, companies that are trying to buy big purchases or just make payroll or merchant processor stuff, so on and so forth. So how long does it take to get funding? Again, it just depends on your credit, but we move as fast as we possibly can. Sometimes when we buy the trade lines to fix your credit, we could say, it takes maybe a month or two, depending how screwed up it is. You buy the trade lines, takes another month, you get the funding. So you're looking at about 90 days realistically to get funding. If your credit is really good, though, we can go directly into funding. And again, that only takes 2 to 4 weeks. And the way that you can actually turn the credit cards into cash, like the business credit cards or any credit cards, we have a couple different ways. So we actually do charge you guys a percent, and we will convert your credit into cash for you. But you can also just get a merchant processor, or you can have your own system set up where you have like a Stripe account and then a separate business, and then you just move the money around, right? And you can turn it all into cash. And then there's also certain credit cards like Bank of America, Discover, where they'll charge you a 3% fee and you can have your credit card direct deposited into your bank account. So there's a couple different ways that you can do it. It just depends on how much time you have. If you're trying to buy a piece of real estate and you need it like tomorrow, that's when you would want to pay us, and we'll convert your credit into cash for you. All right, cool. I think we're solid. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. And then this replay will only be available for a few days. I appreciate it. Love you, like the info. That's good. Let's see. All right, right on.